One quiet Sunday morning, I was in the backyard with a cup of coffee, just letting my mind wander. That's when the thought hit me. I wanted the next chapter of my life to feel more intentional, more purposeful. At the time, my role was naturally transitioning, and I was also figuring out what was next for me. I was exploring different opportunities, having conversations with family, friends, and mentors, and thinking hard about what I wanted my future to look like. That morning, I sat there and asked myself, what do I actually want to do? Not chase after, not wait around for, but what do I want to create? Hi, friends, I'm Carmen, and welcome to What's Your Lion? Before I ask my guests to share their stories, even if it makes me a little nervous, I'll start with mine. First off, let's talk about the Filipino word lion. In English, it means purpose, direction, intention. People sometimes mispronounce it or spell it like lion the animal, but I am keeping it because this word holds my roots, my identity, and the reason I started this podcast. This isn't just my story, it's for anyone who's ever been between chapters in life, in that space where we ask ourselves, what's next? And what am I really here for? In this podcast, I'll be talking to people from all walks of life. We'll talk about the wins, the doubts, the detours, the crossroads, and the in between moments. And in doing so, I hope you can see your own lion more clearly, find your next step, and move forward with a bit more clarity. I grew up in the Philippines, fueled by curiosity and ambition, always focused on the road ahead. Later on, my young family and I moved to New Zealand to chase an adventure, and for 8 years, built a life and community there. And then we moved to Melbourne, where we started again. My career has been full and varied, but it was during a natural pause in that path that this podcast began to take shape. That quiet in between gave me space to think about what I wanted to create, and What's Your Lion was one of the answers. If you ask me right now, Carmen, what's your lion? I'd say it's giving my family the best life I can. And for me, that's not just about money or material things. It's about creating pathways for them to find themselves and their best selves. Looking back, I can see it's been the core of all the choices I've made, even the very messy ones. And while I was setting up this podcast, I also stepped into a role I'd been hoping for in an organization I value deeply. So now I have my podcast and my new full time job, which may seem like a full plate. But I've come to realize that when things line up with your lion, they energize you instead of wearing you out. So here's the question we'll keep asking together. What's your lion? If your answer is, I'm not sure yet, you're in good company. A lot of us are still figuring it out, and that's okay. Sometimes the middle of the journey is where the best parts happen, where you find the clues to what your lion really is. Thank you for listening. I'm so glad you're here with me. Until next time, keep asking, what's your lion?